beef potato pie.
The beef pie is great because the beef's really well done. It's very savory.
It's a wonderful mix between the meat and the mashed potatoes.
What are we starting off with?
So we're gonna make a short crust pastry for the beef pie. We're gonna have our flour.
And just a little bit for your homies over here?
Yeah, we just add a little bit over there. Well, I like to make a lot of mess so everyone else
Just
can
drop
clean
a little
it up.
bit.
Some salt, vinegar, some chilled butter. So we crumb that, and then we're gonna add the water, and we bring it all together into a big lump.
That's a culinary term in Australia, a big lump. My lovely lady lump. Check it out.
Okay, so we have our ball of dough that we're now...
No, do not change it to ball of dough.
no.
You called it a lump.
The lump of Aussie dough, and now we're gonna sheet that. Now we're gonna cut out our rounds.
Do you normally put flour on the ring
Yeah.
so it doesn't do that?
You ruined
All
that
right,
one.
There you go. I ruined it. I don't remember me holding the ring without the flour on it.
Don't come to Banksy the day after Guy's been
Yes.
here. The
Yeah.
pies will be awful.
Make sure that the girls are working.
Yeah.
So now we start forming this into a pie tin?
We are. Gonna trim that up.
All right, now we make the filling.
Okay, let's do that. We have an Angus beef chuck roll. We're gonna coat that in our spice rub. Onion powder, granulated garlic, mustard powder, kosher salt, ginger powder,
There you go.
celery seed, black pepper. Give that a good mix. Coat our beef in that. And then we're gonna brown it off with some
Okay.
oil. And then we're gonna take that liquid,
Oh, right over the top.
add a little bit more of the dry mix. Some fresh garlic, red onion, lots of red wine,
Rosemary.
bay leaves, a little bit of cheesecloth just so we can pull those out at the end.
This will go how many hours?
5 hours at 250.
All right, what are we into now?
Okay, so we're gonna make a cheesy potato top for this
Okay.
beef pie. Potatoes, half and half, butter, and some water.
Water.
So after we've got these to a softness, we're gonna then strain those. We're then gonna whip them on our big mixer with some provolone and some Parmesan cheese.
All right, let's build the pie.
So we have braised our beef,
That's some dynamite braised beef.
and those beautiful pan drippings that were left over, we've made those into a gravy going onto beef.
Oh, right in there.
You bet. And into our bases. If you're lucky, you'll get this one. It's got extra. Cheesy potatoes.
Delicious.
This then becomes our top. Egg wash, poppy seeds in the oven, about 30 minutes, 350, and you have your beef and red wine pie with cheesy potato top.
Okay. The braised beef inside of this is out of bounds. There is flavor on top of flavor, great herb, great wine, fantastic texture. Potatoes are delicious. Love the little bit of kick and the little bit of extra that you're getting from the provolone. From the gravy to the braising to the seasoning, you didn't miss an opportunity to swing. What do they have in cricket? Is it a bat?
Yep.
You didn't miss the opportunity to swing the bat, my friend. Delicious.
Thank you.
Beef pies with cheesy potato top.
This is amazing. It's so good.
We have chicken pot pie in the United States. This blows chicken pot pie out of the water.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of my favorite dishes here at Banksia.
Sweet potato lasagna. Can't have a lasagna without a marinara. So we got our fire roasted Romas, tomato paste, some Italian seasoning, garlic powder, minced garlic, red wine vinegar, salt, pepper, and some onion powder.
Let this cook down.
For about 20, 30 minutes until it gets nice and married flavors together. And then we give it a quick blend. All right, we're gonna make our ricotta. Feta, cream cheese, sour cream, basil, oregano, salt and pepper, garlic.
And whip this. Whip it real good. What are we doing with sweet potatoes?
We're gonna slice them, and then we're gonna start stacking. This is gonna be our ragu.
So the ground beef,
Diced onion, Italian seasoning.
got the garlic deglazed with the
Yep.
red wine.
We're gonna dump our marinara in, give it a good mix. Potatoes on
Sweet
the bottom.
potato, sweet potato.
We're gonna take our ragu,
Now the funky ricotta with the feta.
party cheese.
3 layers of this monster.
We're gonna throw it in the oven, 350 for about an hour and a half, and it is ready to rock. There you go.
That's a super scooper.
Extra marinara on there with our party cheese, and we're gonna fire it in the oven just to melt the cheese. There's our sweet potato lasagna.
Dynamite. Your sweet potato holds it together. You got a hearty marinara. That's all of the lasagna you want with none of the guilt of the carb of the pasta. Out of the park, buddy. Well done.
Thank you.
So I'm here in Arroyo Seco, New Mexico, which is right between Taos and Taos Valley. This little town's got this cool restaurant. It's been here for about 10 years, and it's had 3 owners. The most recent owner actually started in the restaurant as a line cook. Oh, he's got a big imagination, a great palate, and an exciting menu, and I hear he's a member of Flavor Town. This is a sec.
Lamb lollies, bison gumbo,
This is a local gem.
Firing chicken.
You can have a comfort food, but with an adventurous flair.
And the amount of specials that they rotate in, I think sky's the limit.
And it's Chef Elijah Safford
Bison bone marrow sold.
knocking out the menu. Love the boxing bell. What does the name mean?
So a sec is short for acequia. That's the local term for waterways used to irrigate fields. I'm the third owner of the sec.
Which he took over when he was just 21. How old are you now, 22?
23.
Well done, my friend. Walk me through what we're making today.
Bison red chili fries. Kind of poutine-esque.
The bison red chili fry is super, super good. The bison is really tender.
They're gooey in a good way.
First, I like to grill the fat of the bison short ribs before we braise it. It's a little salt and pepper mix.
Grill both sides, pull them off. We're making the braising liquid now, or what's the story?
Take my onions. I do a little saute on them, letting these sweet onions express themselves.
How do you feel about yourself in that swimsuit? The onions I was talking about.
Calabrian peppers, vinegar, a little bit of sugar here. Chimayo red chili, chipotle in adobo sauce.
Right.
Dried ancho.
Beef base?
Blend this down. Crank it. Then we just pour this over our bison.
Gorgeous.
We do our little garnish. It really just adds some good acidity and
Same thing with the white onion?
Yep. Do a little bay leaf.
Parsley. Cover this. All right, let's get that in the oven. How long?
4 hours at 300.
Great.
There we have our braised short ribs. Pop that little bone out. Make sure that this little fat cap doesn't make it in there.
Does this get used for anything else?
Yeah, all the employees eat it.
Ah, that's what I love to hear.
Break that down.
Love that chili. A little smokiness to it, tender. It's cooking it with the bone and the fat.
I want them to be the best fries ever.
Short ribs are done. Let's get into this.
Red chili gravy.
Red chili gravy.
Yes, sir.
I like it.
I'm gonna start off with the roux, oil, gluten-free flour. We get it pretty nice and dark. White onion, dried chimayo, dried ancho chilies, chipotle and adobo.
Apple cider vinegar?
Yeah. And sugar, Maldon salt, Calabrian peppers, local red chilies, bay leaves.
Beef stock and water?
Beef stock, yes, sir. This simmers for a good 20 minutes, and then we hit it with the immersion blender.
So what's the next step after this?
It just comes down to fries. We have our shoestrings here.
I'll get that one.
Salt, of course. Put it right here in my pan. So I have my cheese curds here. Then this goes in the oven.
Gotcha.
Now that our cheese curds are nice and cheesy, red chili gravy that we just made, local bison, all grass-fed parsley, and let that hit the table.
How dangerous. I'm a big shoestring guy. I want the crunch. The braise on the short rib is delicious, and the shred's great. The cheese curd is stretchy and squeaky. Rich, roasted, smoky.
So you like it?
Oh, no, I love it.
Cheese curding on bison chili fry.
The cheese curds are great. The red chili's spot on. The bison was very moist, was shredding.
I've eaten a lot of fries in my life, and these are the absolute best fries I've ever had.
I'm here in Moorhead, Minnesota. This is Rustica Eatery and Tavern.
Our fingerling poutine.
We're gonna braise all this?
Yep. First, we gotta whack it into hunks, give it a good amount of salt and pepper, sear it in a pan over high heat.
We'll hit all four sides.
Set up our braising pan, oregano, thyme, bay leaf, add in the seared meat.
You're serious.
I'm serious. The mirepoix, whole garlic cloves,
Salt.
tomato guts, red wine, chicken stock.
And a lot of red chili flake.
We call it chili braised beef.
And how long we're gonna roast that off? At least 4 hours.
At least.
Shredding enough tender, but not completely mushy.
Correct. Strain the jus, reduce it, and pour it over the shredded meat.
What are we doing past this?
We'll make some beef gravy to serve on the side. We got blended oil, onions, oregano, thyme, tomato paste, salt and pepper, red wine to deglaze.
Naturally. Nice facial from that.
Chicken stock, beef base, balsamic vinegar, chili flake.
Tamari.
Simmer, strain, add the roux, and it's finished.
Last but not least, what?
Fingerling potatoes that have
Okay.
been fried, crispy. Put the chili beef over the top with Mahone cheese.
Huda.
It's a cow's milk cheese covered in paprika rind. Move that to the salamander, transfer it to a serving plate, little parsley, bacon, roasted garlic, and then the gravy.
This right here, I don't even know if calling it poutine is the right thing to do because it's a very elevated poutine. Going to a regular French fried potato would have been simple. You take it and mix it up and throw in the fingerlings, which is the royalty of potatoes, of dynamite. I'm here in Portland, Oregon. Love this town. Great food town. Got my nieces up here, my buddy Pete. Come up here all the time. But you know what? I've never been up here for Mexican food. So I hear about this place. I'm ready to check it out. And then I find out all they have on the menu is tortas. You know, Mexican sandwiches. And that's the least likely thing I'd order at a Mexican restaurant. And everybody says, listen, Don't judge the book by the cover, right, Fieri? Exactly. This is Bueno #1 Tortas. But this is actually Mexican 2.0 from Megan Sanchez and Alec Morrison. They started out delivering tacos, but landed on this torta spot after some real deal inspiration.
I go to Mexico and I see the holy sandwich being served with all the fresh things that Mexican food has. I kind of lost my mind.
We started making them, and that kind of took off. And we were like, what if we gave this all the attention that we'd be giving a taco?
Masa y papa for Alec.
What torta are we into now?
The masa y papa.
Potato and masa?
Yeah.
Oh, so a vegetarian torta?
Yes.
Huh.
We're going to start with some mashed potatoes,
Some masarina.
salt, oil, and water.
Okay.
And we're just gonna make a sort of rustic little dough.
I feel like I'm getting a sope with potatoes in it.
It's exactly what it's like. That goes down real lightly. That was just about right. Put our chili in.
Roasted down jalapeno.
Kind of get it tucked in there. Give it another smush. From here, we hand shape it.
Could you make this more difficult?
It's a salaried position.
So I'll order this a day ahead of time.
Exactly.
Make sure that somebody can have this ready to go.
We're gonna par bake it.
What temp?
350 for 20 minutes.
Got it. And what are we making here?
Roasted tamarind tomatoes.
Those are going to go on the sandwich?
Yes. Tuck our rosemary in. This is maybe the least traditional thing we do here. Some avocado leaf that we're
Love
putting
that.
in. Habanero. Garlic. Diluted tamarind paste.
This is weird.
Bit of oil, salt, and some pepper.
Roast this off at...
375, about an hour and 20 minutes.
What are we on to next?
We're gonna make jalapeno mayo, charred chilies,
Garlic.
salt, lime juice, some mayo.
Let's see it. Okay, chef.
So we're gonna put our jalapeno mayo on first.
We can hide behind this thing.
Tortas as big as your head, that's what we're going for.
Good, well, you almost covered that.
Okay. Once our huaraches are baked off, pan fry for about a minute. Both sides going right on top.
Wow. The tamarind tomato, I think I'm feeling lucky I'm gonna get 3. There you go.
Queso botanero. It's like queso fresco, and it's got a little chili and cilantro. Fresh onion with cilantro and lime. Slices of avocado, shredded cabbage, and pickled onion.
And that's all she wrote. That might be one of the best vegetarian Mexican tortas I've ever had. Great crunch. It's creamy. It's spicy. It's tangy. It's rich. The acidity of the pickled onion is a must. The avocado flies right in. Then you get a little bit of fat coming through from that cheese. That's dynamite any way you slice it. So I'm here in Marathon, Florida, down in the Keys. I'm out here finding the joints for you. You're gonna dig this. Herbie's Bar and Chowder House.
Tuna tacos for you. Hidden gem all day long. It's one of those mom and pop places.
And the mom and pop here are Shirley and Peter Damaris, who became empty nesters, moved to Peter's hometown, and bought this Marathon Key landmark that first opened in 1945.
We have the chicken smashed potato.
The chicken in the smash is excellent.
It's 2 whole chicken breasts fried, a baked potato that he smashes, and then it's topped with this awesome white gravy. I love it.
So let's talk about this chicken, smashed chicken.
Chicken and smash. We're gonna make the brine,
Okay.
water,
Brown sugar,
kosher salt, orange concentrate,
orange concentrate. Okay, I like it.
lemon juice, ginger,
Got it.
a sea salt blend.
Red chili flake, little granulated garlic, yada, yada, yada.
Yep, rosemary, fresh thyme, fresh sage.
Simmer for 15, 20 minutes. And how long is this gonna brine?
Overnight.
What's our next step?
Making a buffalo sauce.
Regular old buffalo sauce isn't good enough?
Nope. Hot sauce, the Reaper sauce. It's also another style of wing sauce. White pepper, chili, cumin, ginger, mustard, cayenne, turmeric,
There you go with that concentrated orange juice again.
and the butter.
Okay, so standard wing sauce just completely freaked out by you to the next level.
Pretty much.
Good talk.
We have our buttermilk and the buffalo sauce that we just made.
So this goes in brines for another day.
Yep.
Next up.
Caramelized onion cream sauce, clarified butter, salad oil, onions, sea salt blend, white pepper, garlic,
And deglazed little white wine.
cream, a little bit of cream cheese, and let that reduce. And we've got to make the chicken flour.
Got it.
AP flour, basil, oregano, cumin, thyme, ginger. Guess what?
Garlic.
White pepper.
White pepper. Oh, how did I miss that? He teed it up.
Rubbed sage,
Chili powder.
mustard, cumin, coriander, parsley, paprika.
Are we missing salt there? Or...
Thank you.
So now the chicken comes out of that to high gluten flour, into an egg wash, into this, and then we go to the fryer. And all we do is just take a regular baked potato, smash it, throw it in there when the chicken's cooking.
That's it. Top them with the green beans, our chicken, onion cream sauce, scallions on top. Bon appetit.
And that chicken is layered with flavor, and it soaks up that brine, so it's super juicy. And the caramelized onion anti-speedo gravy is the piece de resistance. I mean, that's what ties this whole thing together. But you got briny, salty, herby, a little bit of spice in it, crunchy chicken served on a luxurious potato. This is a stick-to-your-ribs kind of a meal, and it's really done with real culinary process. Well done.
I like it.
We're gonna make our bison fries.
It's house-cut fries topped with slow-cooked buffalo, cheese, and some gravy. The ultimate comfort food.
All right, so what are we getting into?
I like to cook the bison in a pressure cooker.
A gigantic shank.
I'm just doing salt and pepper.
In there, sear both sides.
I'm gonna take the seared meat out just to give me some room in the pan to saute the vegetables.
And this is all for our gravy that we're putting on top of our fries.
Yes, shallots, celery, carrots, garlic,
Bay leaf,
salt and pepper,
chicken stock,
red wine, tomatoes.
and a little fresh thyme,
Adding the meat back in.
and sealed up.
It takes about 35 minutes.
Got it.
And we have this very tender ossobuco.
That's delicious.
We keep all those vegetables and turn that into the sauce. We are in New Mexico, some chopped green chili, Worcestershire. Blend it all up with the immersion blender. The most important thing is that bone marrow. So we actually scoop it out, and it gives it a luxuriousness. Add the meat back into it, and we're done.
Are we gonna fresh cut these fries?
We hand cut them.
Ladies and gentlemen, never seen this before on Triple D. She's gonna cut the potatoes with her hand.
We use Colorado organic red potatoes
Soak them in water.
to get some of that starch out.
This thing's snapping.
We boil them first, and then we're still gonna twice fry them.
Do you just like to work extra? 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, and just, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut them up, and then I'm gonna boil them. Do you drink coffee?
Yes, a lot. Give you a big old plate of fries.
That's how many people get? They're really good. All your shenanigans are paying off.
Add some delicious Gruyere, and then we're gonna melt that cheese.
I like that.
Some chives, and voila.
The Gruyere, I can smell it right off the bat. That's remarkable. I mean, like, this is like getting a bite of your favorite steak dinner. Big, rich beef flavor coming from that ossobuco. The fry has tremendous potato flavor. It's just submersed in enough of that jus. The Gruyere got its way to melt down, nook and cranny, all the way to the bottom of the fries. That's a destination dish. I'd come back tomorrow for this, and the next day.
Our bison gravy dirty fries.
Now, at Triple D, I think I've seen them all. I've seen the delicatessens, I've seen the diners, I've seen the sandwich shops, I've seen the corner stores, you name it. But I'm here in Richmond, Virginia, where this couple has resurrected an institution. They brought it back using their own little funky style. This is Pearlie's Restaurant and Delicatessen.
Walking in, beef knish.
There's nothing I've ever tasted or been to that's like Pearlie's.
The Pearlstein for you.
This is nothing like your regular delicatessen or diner.
That's because Rochelle and Kevin Roberts are mixing his master cooking with the food her bubby used to make.
I'm Jewish,
Okay.
and there was nowhere to get this food.
Where'd you get all the recipes?
Family recipes that have been tweaked, collaborations between the two of us.
They have a lot of items on their menus you're not going to find in other places. For instance, the potato and duck pierogies.
Potato and duck pierogies.
You ever had pierogies before?
These pierogies are better than any other pierogies that you can find. Creamy, hearty, moist.
All of a sudden, he's taking over the show. He's starting to give the whole description and everything. I just asked him if he'd had pierogies before. How are we starting this thing off?
We're gonna make some pierogi dough.
Okay.
Eggs, sour cream.
It's the way I always make my pierogi dough.
Water and salt. AP flour.
How long are we gonna let this mix up?
For a few minutes, and then we wrap it up and let it rest in the refrigerator. All right, so now we're gonna make the cure for the duck legs.
Okay.
White sugar, brown sugar, sumac, and some kosher salt.
So, breakfast and lunch?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And you're taking all the time to make confit duck legs?
Why not?
Does she let you go home? I mean, do you just stay here?
She likes it when I'm home, actually, yes.
You didn't have to say it in a sultry voice like that.
Crushed juniper berry, raw garlic, fresh thyme, the duck legs on top of this, and then we'll reverse the order.
And we're gonna do it again?
Yep. The garlic, and then the juniper.
How many days are on your calendar?
Just the 7.
How many hours?
60.
60 hours a day? That's what I figured you were working.
Refrigerated overnight, and then we'll cook them in the schmaltz.
The almighty schmaltz.
2 to 3 hours.
What are we on to now?
Now we're gonna make a roast tomato ketchup, which is gonna go into the sauce for the final dish.
Going to the sauce.
Roma tomatoes, chopped garlic, dried oregano, some dried basil.
Salt and pepper. And roast these off, what temp?
350-degree oven for about an hour. Put it in a container with tomato paste and puree it until smooth.
Okay, chef.
Now we're gonna make the filling for the pierogies. Boiled potatoes, green onions, some of the duck leg confit, mixed peppercorn blend, kosher salt. Mash it around. We're gonna add a little bit of that reserved duck fat.
So this whole process is by hand. And then we haven't even got into the rolling out of the dough.
That is correct.
Oh my goodness. And you don't have a sheeter?
I do not have a sheeter.
I'm gonna get you one for your birthday. When's your birthday?
My birthday was Monday.
Oh, I missed it, sorry. Maybe at least a bigger rolling pin, huh? That come with an easy bake oven?
We'll cut our dough, brush it with a little slurry of cornstarch and water.
Slurry up.
Pierogi filling.
How are we cooking these from here?
They go into the boiling pot of water.
All of this activity going for one item on the menu.
That is correct.
You're a busy man.
So we're gonna start with duck fat, pierogies, shiitake button mushrooms.
The ketchup that we made?
I like to char the ketchup.
Oh, me too, always.
Cooked mirepoix. Duck stock, cover and let it reduce.
What do we do now?
Wait.
Okay, good talk.
All right.
Voila.
And we top it off with a little chive sour cream.
I don't know that the word pierogi describes this. It's like calling my Camaro a car. That's a vintage hot rod.
Yeah.
Great duck. The duck jus reduction with the pierogi soaks up. The vegetables, the mushrooms, a little kiss of that roasted tomato sauce. This is like I've been going to all the movies in black and white. And then today I went to IMAX. Dynamite.
Thank you.
I'm about 8 blocks south of the famous Wrigley Field on Sheffield Avenue. Now, this is the avenue where everybody stands when someone hits a home run and they run them for the ball. But we're not here to talk about baseball. We're not even here to talk about Chicago dogs. We're here to talk about burgers that are right on. This is DMK Burger Bar. Head chef Michael Cornick is cranking out real deal burgers and homemade sides like a truffle aioli for the fries. Let's get this going. Truffle aioli.
A couple of egg yolks and get this emulsion running with just a little bit of the lemon juice. And then we're gonna start with virgin olive oil.
So how often are you doing the...
Well, we do a big batch once every 3 days.
By hand?
Yeah, but we've got a lot of guys. Now we're gonna add the white truffle oil. You'll smell it as soon as it hits the bowl.
Look good?
That's pretty close.
A little salt.
Yep. Add pepper.
Some lemon in that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Aioli's done. Time to do the fries. Give me the rundown.
We're gonna start with some Idaho russet potatoes, and we're having them well aged by our vendor.
Interesting.
We're looking for a potato that's been aged, 3 or 4 months at least.
Because we know when we don't have that, we end up getting fries that cook too fast, brown up too fast, because you're burning the sugars, and the fry's not really cooked, and it doesn't work.
We put them in a French fry cutter, 3/8-inch cut. We wash them, then we drain them.
So 3 different fryers.
We're blanching them in beef fat.
Down at 250, and how long will they go?
They'll go about 4 minutes or so.
The fries are blanched. Let them hang out on the tray.
And then they're finished in beef fat. 3 minutes or so.
But you got to be delicate with them, because when they're this soft, they can break into a lot of little pieces. And no sitting there stirring them with tongs.
Right. Take them until they're nice and golden brown. And then as soon as they go in the bowl while they're still a little bit wet, we want to season them up with salt, pepper, a little bit of Parmesan cheese.
I like it.
A little bit of parsley for color. And they go on a large plate and serve with the truffle cream.
Crunchy, exterior, tender, such a richness. More importantly to me than anything, skin on. See, I like pepper on my fries, too. The aioli, nice. It melts right into the fries. I mean, real deal, man. Real deal. You're gonna have a gourmet burger joint, you better serve up a gourmet fry.
Right?
Excellent.
Truffle fry up.
Great fries.
Great fries. Here are the Parmesan truffle cream fries.
They're crispy, but they're soft in the middle.
Real potato taste. Truffle is delicious.
The cream is kind of sweet, and with the cheese on top of the fries, it's kind of tangy.
It's just a very rich taste.
So I'm here in El Paso, Texas. I'm in a strip mall, and I'm looking for, wait for it, barbecue. Now, wait, listen. I felt the exact same way. I mean, El Paso, Texas, real deal barbecue, strip mall. You gotta be kidding me. Until I heard about this dude. He's got a big monster smoker that's a stick burner. I mean, no gas assist. It's real deal. This is Desert Oak Barbecue.
pull these briskets,
Everything I've ever tried on this menu is awesome.
run them in.
So there's a lot of great food in this town. Is there a lot of barbecue?
Not really. It's the only barbecue that I consider barbecue.
What's different about here is the way they smoke it.
Which is a trick that owners Rich Funk and his wife Suzanne have borrowed from another part of the Lone Star State.
It's a Central Texas-style barbecue, which they use oak.
This is a stick burner barbecue.
Yeah.
So you're back there and you got to keep this thing rolling.
We cook day and night.
And the specialty of the house is?
El Paso stuffed potato.
Here you go, El Paso potato with brisket.
Stuffed baked potato is powerful, you know? You get that baked potato and cheese and beans, and you have beautiful, moist brisket.
It'll definitely fill you up.
What are we making first?
Jalapenos toreados, and we're gonna top the El Paso stuffed potato with them. Roast the jalapenos.
No oil, no nada.
Lime juice, soy sauce.
And the onions.
Marinate overnight.
What's our next step?
We're gonna prepare the potatoes. We wrap it in foil, throw it in the smoker.
How long does it take to cook?
About 4 hours.
I can put on there what type of meat I want?
Yeah.
I want to see what the brisket's all about.
Big old fat brisket right here. We're gonna trim it, and we need a perfect shape.
And where did you learn this crazy technique?
It was a lot of trial and error.
You've been on trial a lot? Now, Salt and Pepper City.
This is ready to go in the smoker. 18 hours, between 250 and 275.
Make it happen, Captain.
All right, let's make a potato. I'm gonna roll it, soften it up.
Beat it up is more like it.
You know, it's just a garnish at this point.
Some butter.
Salt, pepper, cheese, sour cream, some chives, and some brisket. That's a 1/4 pound right there. Some beans, and our jalapeno.
Anybody ever eat the whole thing?
Yeah.
What football team do you play for? There's a lot more going on in this than what most people would call the average stuffed baked potato. Wow, Toreado is one of my new favorite things. One thing I like on your brisket, it's not overly smoky, nicely seasoned, good bark, beans are delicious. The whole thing is a package deal, man, besides the fact that it's not a human size. It's like 4 human sizes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right, Jesse, do your thing.
When I'm hungry, I definitely get the stuffed potato. Great flavors, great zest to it.
The brisket is just consistently moist in the middle. Incredible.
You've had good barbecue.
Yeah.
In a strip mall?
This used to be a food truck, actually.
No, this is a strip mall, buddy. You can't tell me it was a food truck. I can tell there's no wheels on this.
1/4 pound of brisket.
Desert Oak has definitely the best barbecue here in El Paso.
Just a delectable delight.
You're the real deal. Everything that you're doing really mindfully. And that is what it takes to be great at barbecue. Nice job.
Thank you.